Hey amazing leaders, Jules here from Flying Colours Leadership. Do you know the biggest thing that is costing you as a business owner and entrepreneur? You want to know what that thing is? Okay, the biggest thing that is costing you as an entrepreneur is not utilizing your best resource, which is your people. So what do I mean by that? I mean not having the right people in your business, and also once they come in, we have all these people with all of these amazing skill sets and we don't utilize them properly. We don't delegate to them enough. We don't train them enough. So how do we resolve this? How do we make sure we are utilizing our biggest asset? So the first stage is the hiring, making sure that you are hiring the right person. Now, if you haven't seen my hiring workshop that we're going to be running, Hiring Secrets, and I'm going to spill the beans, there's a link below where you can register for that. It's happening in a few weeks' time. Once we have the people in the door, the next thing that we need to be mindful of is how we utilize these people. So have you got a 4-week plan to train your people once they start with your business? Do you have specific skills that you need them to have and things that you actually need to train them on? Specific things in the business, not just everything. You know, a shop assistant, we say they need to know everything. Well, there's actually some specific things they need to be better at and be able to do autonomously. They don't need to do everything that way. The next thing is, have we delegated to them? Have we actually said, here are your tasks and here is when you need to have them done, and actually went through the delegation process? Now, this is something that I find leaders really struggle with because they don't have a plan. And all of my one-to-one clients always talk about the fact that I always talk about planning. Planning is so important. We need to have a plan for our hiring. We need to have a plan for our onboarding. And I always talk about a 4-week plan for onboarding to make sure you're setting your people up for success. And then we need to have a delegation plan. And that really feeds into their development as well. So what are the things that you need to do once you've got people in the door and you want to actually utilize them because they are your biggest asset? First of all, you need to look at what are the things that need to be done in the business. And this is where you can do a major brain dump. What are the things that happen week to week in your business? And then have a look at who is doing those things right now and where do they actually sit? And this is normally where a lot of leaders that I work with, especially business owners, entrepreneurs, really have this light bulb moment because they realize that their list is the biggest list. Now, of course, we have things to do. I run a business as well. I understand, absolutely. But what we need to be asking ourselves is, who is the right person to do this job? Not who's always done it, but who is the right person to do this job? There are certain tasks in your business where you are absolutely the right person for the task. You are absolutely the right person for the job. But there are lots of tasks that you are holding on to that you aren't the right person. One of the activities I do with my clients is actually say to them, okay, great, what's your hourly rate? And they'll tell me, and I'll say, great, would you be willing to pay someone your hourly rate to do that task that you're absolutely not willing to let go of? And this is where we start challenging the beliefs that we have about who needs to do that job. Because the reality is we should be able to look at our list, and I practice what I preach. I absolutely do this. Look at our list and go, am I the right person to do the job? And if it isn't a hell yes, it's a hell no. And then we need to delegate. Now, a lot of leaders will say to me the reason they don't delegate is because they don't have capability in their team and they don't have enough people and everyone's really busy. The reality is that's not the big reason. The big reason is we want to hold on to things because we're worried that people won't do them right, and that's a valid concern. The other thing is we don't know how to step people through, and we don't know how to delegate really effectively. We don't have a plan. So you've done your list. Now you know there's certain things that you want to delegate. Right, what do we do next? I want you to pick a couple of things. Pick a team member that you want to delegate a couple of things to. So what you need to know about the task is you need to know what is the task, like what actually needs to be done, and be able to clearly communicate it. Is there a standard in your business? So if it's a display, if it's, point of sale, if it is, a document, is there a style guide? Is there a standard that you can actually show the team member? The next thing is, when does this task need to be done by? Do we have a timeline of when it needs to be done by? Now, keep in mind, if it's due for a client on, Friday, we make sure we don't say to the team member, oh, you've got till Friday. You want to say Wednesday or Thursday so that you can double check and have a conversation if required, right? So when does it need to be done by? How long will that task typically take by someone who hasn't done it before? Not how long it takes you to do it. The reality is you're an expert on lots of things in your business. So when someone is learning something new, it will take them a little while to get it to where they understand it, to get it where they do it to the level that you do it. They're not going to do that instantly. So it's really important that we remember that when we're first delegating, because a lot of times the standard we set is how long it takes us to do it now. Well, that's not how long it took us to do it when we first started. So we want to think about how long it's going to take them. Now, you might be going, oh, Julie, this is a lot of stuff. Delegation is ensuring that you are future planning your business. I know leaders that absolutely want to stay in the spin of today. They want to keep doing, they want to have Groundhog Day. They want every day to be exactly the same because they don't want to invest in skilling their people. We are playing the long game. You didn't start a business to get instant rich, right? That's not the reality. We're playing the long game, so we have to do that with our people as well. So once we've got some detail about the task, great. Now we need to think about the person that we're going to assign it to. Where are they sitting right now? Have they never done this before? Do they have a little bit of experience? Then we're going to have a conversation and we're going to go through those things we've already planned. When the task needs to be done by. This is the standards. This is what they need to do. If you have procedures, this is the procedure that they can look at. And you're going to have that conversation. And you're going to assign it to them. And you're going to tell them why you're assigning it to them. You're going to tell them because I know your skills and experience. I know you can do this. Now, the trap that a lot of leaders fall into is they wait until they have someone who is 100% ready to do the task. It's a myth. Your team will, the only way someone's 100% ready is if they've already done it. So you need to choose the person. This is going to be an upskilling opportunity. Don't wait until someone is already there. It means they've already done it before. We're going to upskill our people because remember, the more capability we grow in our team, the less workload we have of those day-to-day task-based things. The only way you move into a strategic planning space where you can do all of that magic stuff that you really want to do but you don't have any time for right now, I get it, is by building a capable team. Capability is built through delegation. So we have the conversation with the team member and we talk to them about what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, and we offer support. Okay, and we talk to them through about how we can support them. What does that look like? And then we sign the task over to them. Now, really important part of this is to ensure that when you assign the task to them, you have something else to do. And a lot of leaders get really confused when I say this. I say this because if you don't have something to do, what you're going to do is you're going to hover. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if someone is standing behind me, breathing down my neck, I don't perform at my best. So we need to make sure we have something that we can go and do, because I know from first-hand experience, you will want to check every 5 minutes. So we've got to have something to keep ourselves busy. So you're going to go and do that task and you're going to check in periodically. Do not wait till the end to check in. We want to check in and make sure that the team member's on track. Make sure that, we're asking questions. How are you going with this? How are we progressing? Do you think we're going to, have this on time? Do you have any questions? And we're going to help them navigate. We're going to make minor tweaks as they go through. Now, when they get to the end of the task, we are going to celebrate the success of what they have achieved. Whether it's 20%, whether it's 80%, we're going to celebrate that success. Because that is, even if it's 80%, that's 80% more than what they had before. And then we're going to coach them through how to improve it. So if they were to do it again, we're going to ask some questions about, well, if you're going to do it again, what would you do differently? If they haven't got it 100% right, direct them back to the standards for the business. It may be, display standards, it may be processes, it may be style guides, and go, okay, where do you think this is different? And have that conversation. What you will notice is, yes, you are investing a little bit of time, but you will reap the rewards today and every day moving forward. Because not only have you built a better, stronger relationship with that team member, you've built more trust, and you're also building capability. So next time you delegate that task to that team member, instead of going through all of these things, next time it's like, hey, Bob, remember when we did this? I need you to do that again. Let me know if you have any questions. Do you have any questions about it? Do you remember when we did it last time? Do you have any questions? Okay, great. I'm going to check in. I'm here for support. I'm going to check in and make sure you're okay. Much quicker. But we have to invest that time. We are willing to invest in our business. Well, we must be willing to invest in our people. Because no team member is amazing without someone helping them along and teaching them. And that's really our role. And if we want to have the best service, if we want to have the best business, we have to have the best team. So we have to invest and we have to help them grow. So it's time to invest in your biggest asset. And if you're ready to get support to help you become the leader and grow your business tenfold through having an amazing team, please reach out. Me and my team are absolutely here to support you. Okay, amazing leader. I hope you got a lot of value from that. I'd love to hear in the comments what was your key takeaway and what is something that you're going to do in your business to start delegating more and really growing capability in your team. All right, amazing ones. Have an amazing day.